Hi Sagittarius, welcome to the Mystic Smuggler. This is the witching hour. My name is Michelle and I'm a witch. Yes, if you're a member and you've watched several of my videos, you know that the old main title of my channel is The Witching Hour, but I'm going under the umbrella of my shop name with everything and encompassing everything in it now because it's time to get my shop up and running as a whole, and that includes the readings here on YouTube. So, the Mystic Smuggler, you'll notice the little icon down in the corner here is the full moon with a ship. That's my shop slogan or logo. And so the witching hour is still included in that. It just isn't the main title anymore. And my page name on Facebook will change as well to the Mystic Smuggler, but I'm going to keep the name Witching Hour for my community page. And that is public, so everybody can join. Come see me there. And all the links you need for a private reading are in the description box down below. So this is a reading for all aspects of Sagittarius, however it places in your charts, applied to any astrology method, Vedic or tropical. And this will cover the areas of love, security, and freedom. I am posting it in the time span of November of 2020, but it is timeless and relevant to you whenever you come upon it or revisit it. So, excuse me. Gotta shut off the AC. It's November, but it's northeastern Florida, so still got the AC on. So this one's love, this is security, and next is freedom. I'm using, I forget the name of these cards. I'm only using the pip cards from this tarot set. If any of you remember the name, please let me know so I can put it in the description box or mention them. The spirit card I'm going to be reading is Mermaids and Dolphins and Magical Creatures of the Seas by Gillian Kemp. That's going to be our spirit card. And as clarifiers, as usual, I'm going to use my gypsy cards. Okay, let's get going, Sag. Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you. Let's tap into the ball here for a minute. I'm going to do a little scrying with the crystal today, if I can, if anything comes through. Looks a little bit like Galadriel's mirror when you look inside of it from my angle. I'm seeing purity and a return to your authentic path, your authentic life path, your authentic calling, staying true to your calling, but your authentic life path and spiritual path is what I'm seeing. If you were inclined to walk a spiritual path of nature, like in some form of paganism or witchcraft or druidry, Lord of the Rings type of energy, fairy realm, woodland realm, plant and animal realm, elemental spirits, all of that. I'm seeing some of you returning to it. There's a star there with a rainbow I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing the most, is a return to your authentic path. So I'm going to leave it there as a simple go ahead. I'm going to draw the spirit card first and do a blessing card at the end. So this is our spirit card. And this is from Mermaids and Dolphins, Magical Creatures of the Sea. I have to go where my hands will feel like they want to go with the cards. It's where a lot of where I pick up on where the cards want to go is in holding them and cutting them and selecting them all through my hands. So here on the bottom is the hourglass dolphin. Your achievement is only a matter of time. That goes with what I said about your authentic path. It's just a matter of time of walking it and seeing it to fruition. The main card we're picking from Spirit is the common dolphin. You never know what great idea may arise in your sleep. Interesting. Let's read that. Number 42. Oh, number 42, not page 42. There we are. The common dolphin. Down here. So you can read it, take a screenshot if you like while I read. The thing you desire to happen, okay, the key word, the common dolphin, keyword, clairvoyance. The thing you desire to happen waits in the distance. Goes with the underlying card too. If you live worthily, your request will appear. And it's just a matter of time. Following the laws of the universe, thoughts are things that return love or hate. The latter bring no part of your nature. Have faith in your intuition, because it is common sense, different to good sense that is commonly needed in everyday life. The common dolphin symbolizes that common sense is intuition, the point where the five senses of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching agree with each other that all is right. Follow your common sense in the seat of your soul, where it judges and decides the way of action presented by your five senses. Wow. Okay, does that not mean you're being called to lead your most authentic path? And I was very strongly impressed to say path. It's the way you walk. It isn't. It includes your destined calling, what you were made to do, but this is the way you execute it and the choices you make surrounding it. The path is what you choose, your freedom of choice. And this is encouraging you to use your common sense. I would include your emotions, because my conviction based on my spiritual experience and what's been channeled to me is that your emotions are your seventh sense. So that also factors in. If you go only by your emotion, that can get tricky. But all the senses need to be integrated. And common sense will be more of a gut feeling, which is your intuition. It just feels right. It's all come together in a cohesive way, which way you should strike out on your path, on your natural, authentic calling, and your divinely inspired ideas, thoughts, and actions, okay? That's this area here in your personal freedom, because that is what enables your personal power. Your freedom is your power, and that has to do with your life path. So, first card is love. 10 of gems. You have protection. You have, these cards are gorgeous. You have the protection of the universe in your dealings with love, is the word I'm getting from Spirit. You're getting protection. At this point in time, Spirit is giving you, they're kind of putting a fence around, a divine hedge of protection around your relationships and your manifestation of them, in order for you to be able to focus more on your life path. Because, so in other words, Spirit's running interference for you with people. They're kind of, what's the word? They're fronting all the questions and fielding all the questions for you in the intuitive hits regarding relationships. So people aren't as capable of entering your aura and your field of energy as much in regards to being problematic, relationships being problematic. You're being protected. But also your assets are being protected. In other words, while Spirit is helping you tune in to yourself and your authentic path, you are being given, like, God is your co-pilot here in the material sense and in relationship sense. Okay? So let's draw a clarifier on that from the Gypsy fortune telling cards. And that's not what I call them, it's what they're called. I'd prefer to use a different name than Gypsy, because I know that that can be offensive. It's kind of a misnomer or something like that. And then in some ways, in some groups, it's not offensive. So I do apologize if I'm using... Oh, look at that. So that's meant to be right here. Oh my God. In relationships, you've got protection and officer. So I have to go with the literal sense, since I am really feeling that strongly here, is that for some of you have had to really enforce a boundary, to some of you to the degree of getting a restraining order. But I don't sense any fear here. This is more about you exercising a very strong and firm and very clear boundary to people who have been bothering you, even harassing you. And this is what you've done. You've gone so far as to do this. And it's the action is speaking so much louder than words. You're saying, in effect, to this person or these people or this group, yes, I will go there, and I will, and I have done it. You're in the active mode of actually doing this right now, and it's all good. And this is why Spirit is like removing that distraction from you by giving you protection and love, okay? And you're always protected, but sometimes we have to exact things out in the physical realm in order to feel safe, to feel the protection. You know, we kind of materialize the form, since that's what we do, but Spirit will tell you that you are always protected. This is our way of connecting with the ethereal protection and making it manifest, okay? Because we can't be so presumptuous as to keep praying and praying and praying for a hedge of protection, or keep, you know, our guard up all the time. Being hyper vigilant takes a lot of energy as well. So God is helping you this way. Spirit is helping you. That's really cool. So now in our physical realm of security, food, clothing, shelter, and your life calling, which is your destined calling, it's that thing you do. It's that thing you do, whether it's your vocation or not, but it's your thing. 5 of Wings. So in the material sense, you're feeling a bit defeated, because I think these personality traits were draining you before, and you feel that they really distracted you to the point of not being able to function, and Spirit is turning that around right now. Paying attention to your dreams will help. This is a true source of connection for you to maintain your protection and to regain that sense of loss. I'm not sensing that you actually lost things, because there has been too much of a general worldwide universal sense of loss in economy and things like that. So everybody's going through the physical losses the same as you, and you the same as them to one degree or another. It's just that this is your sense of loss. This is your mindset regarding this person, place, or institution or system that has affected you at a heart level, where you've needed that physical protection. It's been such a distraction that you feel defeated by this person. And until you put in this physical form of protection, you were feeling very defeated by the whole situation. And now you're not. And I'm really strongly getting a sense that you're not now. You've done what you needed to do. And now you're able to recoup your losses in the mental aspect. Your mindset of loss has been turned around, or it's changing right now. It's a pivotal point right now for you to feel that you no longer have that sense of lack or loss mentality because of that other dysfunctional toxic person. Whoa, it's a bit of an upheaval there, but here we have Judge. So some of you have been coming into some kind of financial dispute is the first thing I'm getting from Spirit. But you feel that this is favorable to you. You've been given authoritatively through a literal sense of the law of your particular area, wherever you live, country, region of origin, or whatever. The law has cooperated with you to preserve your sense of well-being. This person may, or people may have interfered with your personal life so much that it became a personal distraction that literally impacted the way you earn a living or impacted your sense of feeling safe and secure in your own home or at work. So this person could have been stalking you, or these people could have been harassing you. And you have the restraining order, someone acting out that restraining order and approval by a judge to really put that in place and keep yourself safe. And in the other sense, it's the universe physically showing you the protection that they are manifesting for you in the physical. So you literally feel safe and you have God's authority. And you, more than that, it's hard to keep my train of thought because I'm getting the channeling is coming through really fast. It's hard to keep up with it. It's not just in the literal sense, but it's also keeping you above water in the sense that you feel like you can keep the momentum of your life going in a safe and secure way because your mind and your feelings are protected. Your sense of security, not just your literal security alone, but your sense of security has now improved because you have this. This is in fact intact is what I'm feeling. So if some of you haven't experienced that just yet, it will. Just know it's going to be in your favor, and I feel that very strongly. Okay, so I pulled this before I pulled this card here, so I'm going to put it in between. Your freedom is the Two of Gems. This is change. This is like when you are keeping things in balance. This is what you have to keep in mind as your desire. So it's your momentum. I'm going to move this so you can see it better. Your momentum of going after your desires and making them tangible and real, and also following your life's path that we talked about in the beginning. Your inspiration is now, you're feeling like, oh, I just need to walk. I made it through like this very narrow gate to keep going. And I wanted, Spirit is saying so strongly, that was intentional. They set up a very narrow prospect for you. You have to choose. You had to get through narrowly. You had to really get through a narrow passage to follow your path, and which is inspired by your dream and your inspired desire, so that it would be easier for you. So there was this pressure over here, closing things in where you may have felt trapped, but because you have literal, tangible security, protection, and authorization to keep going forward on your life path, the opening is very clear and obvious to you. So the pressure you were feeling, or the narrow escape, or the narrow decision, was done intentionally by Spirit so that you wouldn't get confused. It's not that this bad thing was intended to happen. It was the bad thing just happened because some bad person made it happen. But where you are in alignment with Spirit is you were willing to forge ahead regardless. And that may have been a very tough thing for you to do. And so as a reward and part of that whole process, Spirit used the evil for the good, in other words, okay? Like that scripture verse, God works all things together for the good of those who love God. So not to be preachy through a particular religion, but some of, I use what's universally true. And it's like when you and God are on the same side, on the same team, in alignment, it doesn't, not necessarily regarding which religion you follow. It's more like at the core of your being, your most authentic self is God, okay? So you carry that seed of God with you. So when you're in alignment with that, with God, Spirit, your higher power, and your higher self, the things manifest that you need and can be drawn out of any given situation for your highest good. And Spirit and your higher self were saying, I need a very obvious, narrow, clear path for myself, because if it's too wide in this particular circumstance, I would have gotten confused. Now I know my true calling, it's protected, and now I know my path lies ahead. It's very easy to choose between one and the other. Okay, and it always does have to be a choice that you make. And there really is no wrong choice. There really is no wrong choice, but it's so difficult. Something we can all relate to is how difficult it is when you don't know. You don't want to make a choice either way. It's like, I'm afraid of it being the wrong choice. Well, no, now it's not the wrong choice. There never is a wrong choice, because you can always correct it in one way or the other. It can always kind of turn out for the good in some way. You can drop that choice and make a different one. So there's really no bad choice. There's no wrong way to go. You can learn from choosing an alternative that didn't work out or pan out the way you wanted. There's no sense in regretting that you didn't choose the other way. Now you can choose the other way, you know. God tries to expedite that for us, that process for us, in getting us more and more alignment with Spirit, so that Spirit is like our instinctive feeling all the time. And that's what Spirit is. So it's your common sense, it's your intuition, it's your practical execution of your life, the practical life, and that is being spiritual. That is a spiritual thing, because Spirit always has form. That's another of my things that I teach, that I know, or at least was channeled to me, and I am 100% convinced and invested in that truth for me, that Spirit has always had form. Spirit has always eternally been creating. So the one doesn't go without the other. You might be able to make distinctions between the two, but it doesn't mean they're not part of the same whole. Okay? So Spirit and form, inspiration and creation are one and the same. They work. You don't have one without the other. Okay. Whew. That was so channeled. Let's do a blessing card, my darlings. These are called the Blessed Bee cards by Lucy Cavendish. And I don't remember the illustrator's name offhand. My apologies. I didn't bring the book to the table. I'm going to have to get it anyways, because I'm going to read it out of the book. Spirit, we ask that you give us the perfect blessing for Sagittarius and all that are watching. All aspects of Sagittarius, all for the highest good of whoever is watching this video. The perfect relevance for when we come to it. And we thank you for that accurate and highly evolved information that you are now going to give us. No pressure's on to pick the right card. Just go with your gut. Okay, here it is. See, I felt the way you do. It's like, which one do I choose? I hate choosing. I wish the path would choose itself. That's why God made it narrow for you. So it seemed almost like the path chose itself, you know? But it didn't. Here it is. Okay. I'm going to get the book on hand before the card we have is A Blessing on a Journey. Wow. So this is the change, the Two of Pentacles, and the gems are parallel with the pentacles in the traditional cards. So it can also kind of be a crossroads almost. But the change is knowing which one. It's created by a choice. The change is created by a choice. The change is created by your authentic desire that goes purely in alignment with your soul, okay? And so you are receiving a blessing on your journey because you always will make the right choice. There's no choice you can make that can't be rectified in one way, shape, or form. Spirit seems to be really wanting to put that point across to you, Sag. So I want to emphasize that again, okay? So let's read, shall we? Let me put this up a tiny bit more. Number 22. 22 is an awesome number. Awesome, awesome. A blessing on a journey. And feel free to take a screenshot if you can focus close enough. Okay. A blessing on a journey. A blessing on your time away from home and on the road. A blessing on the in-between, the liminal space, the borderlands you will inhabit, like your dreams. And the in-between, making a choice and executing it. May the road you take be blessed as you begin this journey into the unknown. For while you may have plans and a map and compass to guide you, there is much that will surprise and amaze you. May the leaving of home be done with ease, knowing it will be safe until you return to its shelter once more. May you experience the joy of anticipation. Let the moment of embarkation be a great thrill when you take flight or board ship or car or whatever vehicle it is that will see you safely across the miles. Let there be elation. May you encounter kindness upon the road, strangers who show the very best of themselves, and may there be hospitality and delightful turns of good luck, serendipitous meetings, I'm getting chills, and quiet moments too, so you can fully absorb the adventures of each day. Make the adventurous spirit within you be delighted by your wanderings, and may you relish to the full each day upon the strange road you are traveling. May the purpose of the journey be blessed. Whether you leave excited or reluctant, may whatever trip it is you take be fulfilled in its spirit, and may the days fill themselves with future memories that will feed your soul for years to come. How beautiful. May the skies shine down on you. May the plans you made be exceeded by their reality. May all go more than well for you. And when it comes time to return home, traveler, may your home open its arms up and take you in. And may there be friends with whom to tell the tales of the road and share the gifts you have returned with. Arrive home safely, enriched with discovery, inspired and open-hearted, and full of love for this world we dwell within. For it is wondrous, and this you have found to be the truth. Blessed be. May the road rise up to meet you, my beloved friends. And remember, that was the Galadriel thing, the Hobbit. When Bilbo says to Frodo, when he leaves, or when he's talking about going on an adventure, first of all, not all those who wander are lost, right? This is you on your journey. Not all those who wander are lost. And how Bilbo told Frodo, to keep your feet when you step out the door. I forget the whole saying now. Look that up because my mind has gone blank and I have that memorized and set to go in a frame near my door. Actually, I can't think of it right now. Thanks, Mercury retrograde. Oh my God, look on my TV. Look on my TV. It's dolphins. It's dolphins, you guys. I got chills through most of this reading. This is crazy. Wow, what a beautiful confirmation. Be careful when you step out onto the road, for if you don't keep your feet, there's no telling which way you'll go. Oh my God, I'm sorry if I ruined that, but please look up. That is the script that Spirit is giving you right here. That script is like the Fellowship of the Rings. May you be blessed on your journey, Sagittarius. I hope you felt touched by Spirit through this reading. I hope it helped and encouraged you, and I hope it reassured you of your safety and protection and prosperity in the richness of your experience, of your coming experience. So please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you want future notification of future readings. And please contact me through all the links in the description box below. Until we meet again, from my soul to yours, much love and brightest blessings. Take care. Bye-bye.